like living in the South. And down here in the South, we go to chicken on Tuesdays, and sometimes, well, not sometimes, but all the times, the soup on the Wednesdays and the football on the Thursdays. But in the North, I don't know what they doing, 'cause they have the soup on Sunday nights and they have the football on the Sundays, and sometimes they even have them on Sunday nights. And they got their chicken on the Fridays, which don't make no sense to me, 'cause down here on Fridays, that's a relaxation day. But we eat chicken on the Tuesdays, like I said before, and the soup on Wednesdays. But we don't got anything to do with the rice, because we learned that too many people over there in China and Japan, they eat too much rice, and the rice all go down into your stomach, and then it like expand. And when the rice expand, it makes your stomach explode. And the Chinese people, they be sitting on the pot going to the bathroom, and their stomachs just explode, and they get their guts all over the bathroom walls, which are all white and shiny, but now they're stained with blood. And we don't want that in our house, 'cause we like to keep it clean and whatnot. Also, because the people in China, they are short because they eat the rice, and we don't like to be short. Maybe if you're born short, you can't really help that, but if you're not born short, you don't want to eat too much rice. Excuse me, you don't want to eat too much rice to make yourself short like them people over there. But, like I said, we do like the football on the Thursdays. We got like about 7 teams down here. We got the North Georgians and the South Georgians and the South Central Louisiana and the North Central Louisiana. I think we even got a team from northeastern South Carolina. And then we got the people from way down in the Florida Everglades, but they don't really play much football since all their lands are wet and soggy. They just sink down and sometimes even drown. We might got a couple more teams, but I'm not quite sure about that because I don't really care about that. But the people up in the North, I said, they watch the football on Sundays, which don't make no sense to me, 'cause Sundays is a church day, and after church, you come home and you eat your cinnamon rolls and donuts, and that's why we usually gain about 2 pounds over the weekend, because we always eat about 10 donuts each person, because the bakeries, they get real busy on the Sundays and the Saturday nights when people go buy their donuts and the cinnamon rolls for the Sunday mornings after church. But the bakeries do close at around 12 on Sunday, so you gotta go get your donuts and your cinnamon rolls before then. Excuse me, I got a little something in my throat. Excuse me, I sound like a man when I do that, but I don't know why, but that's just messed up. But lots of people down here in the South, they got chronic throat problems. It makes them sound like a man sometimes. And then we got the people who mess up their schedule. They don't eat the chicken on Tuesdays or the soup on Wednesdays or something like that. And if you have your chicken on a Tuesdays, but one week you have it on some Monday or a Thursday like you do football, then you gotta keep your schedule like that until the next leap year, which is when you can change it back around to have your chicken on Tuesdays and football on Thursdays instead of your chicken on Thursdays and football on Tuesdays, which doesn't really happen since we don't have football on Tuesdays, which means you just miss football the whole time until you can change your schedule back. And during the time you have your schedule all messed up, you get bad luck and people don't want to be around you, so you're all lonely for about as long as it takes till the next leap year, which sometimes is 4 years, sometimes it's 3 years. A lot of times people only mess it up when they have about 2 weeks to go because they don't like the same schedule for more than 3.5 years. And I'm gonna hand this thing that you're talking to over to my grandma now. She can tell you what she likes about the South and not about the North and whatnot. When I was a little girl, I broke my finger, and my finger was shaped like one of those things like you pick up the French fries with at the supermarket. I believe they're called hooks. And when I broke my finger, I couldn't bend it for 3 years because my bones didn't set straight. But one day when my daddy, he decided to bend it back out, so he hit it with a hammer till it was flat, and I was crying. And I was bleeding a little bit too, 'cause a bone came through my finger, but at least it was straight, and afterwards I could bend it. And, what I like about the South, I believe, is the chicken. You have any kind of chicken you want. You can have your chicken a la mode, that's with ice cream. You can have your chicken with a sprinkled cheese, don't you like the Parmesan or something like that? I'm not sure how to say it. You have your teriyaki chicken, like the Chinese people like, but we don't eat rice with ours. We also have that chicken, and it's a Cajun chicken, and you have your you put your spices on it and your crawfish, you mix it all together and it tastes just fantastic. I don't really like the football though, because the football is like too violent for me. The most violent I've ever been was one time I saw a bird run into my house window and die, and that was just way too much that I had to see. It made me cry for almost a week just thinking about that little bird smack into the window. But I do make wonderful soup. I make chicken noodle soup with Cajun style chicken and wheat noodles that I have made from my own flour that I grow and that I pick in the field all by myself. Now, I am 97 years old, and I like to do that by myself. I don't like people helping me, mostly because it makes me feel old. I like to feel young. I'm 90 something, I can't remember, because I got a little memory problem. That's my chronic problem. I don't got nothing with my throat. I just have a chronic memory loss problem. I can't remember what to say from 1 minute to the next, from 1 year to 10 years later. I still don't remember. Now, the people who come down and vacation near my house, they're from the north, like all the way up there in Maine. I think one of them was even from California, and he looked like a fruity, faggot hippie. Now, I've heard about hippies, and that was the only time I ever saw one. But it was scary. He looked like he wanted to make fruit pie out of his fruity little behind. That is so scary. They talk with the weird accents. They sound like aliens to us, since we're not used to them at all. They're always talking about, oh, it's so nice down here. Why it's so cold up there where we live in Connecticut. Well, I just tell them, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear you talk no more. I don't like your way of speaking. And that's all about I got to say about it, because I'm not that memorable. That's about all I remember to say for today. Because my granddaughter said she was going to buy this thing you're talking to, and you can say what you like and do it in a listen, because it's like just a little fantastic device. It cost her about $17, and it's fantastic. Now, I don't know what she told you, but I don't believe in that bad luck about leap years and whatnot, but I do know you have to have your chicken on Tuesday, soup on Wednesday, and football on Thursday. Not that I approve of the football or anything, but if you are in my family, and I mean the people that live in my house, excuse me, I had a little sore throat for the last couple days, but if you live in my house, you will have your chicken on Tuesday, soup on Wednesday, and football on Thursdays. And if that's not how you like it, you can just get your rear end out of this house and you can go live in a tree with the dirty oboes for all I care.